Hello, I'm Maddie. I'm the Chief of Staff at VIDA, and today we're doing a special resident journey interview because this is one of my beloved coworkers, Nicole. But you weren't always working for us at head office. So welcome, Nicole, and we're gonna just chat a little bit about your VIDA journey. Sound good?
Thanks for having me. Sounds great.
Okay. So how did you kind of first come across VIDA?
So I was actually living in one of the buildings when VIDA had first taken over back in 2019 at 30 Spring Hill. I had previously been there for about a year before VIDA had taken over the building. Shortly after, we then ended up switching units and been with VIDA ever since.
Awesome. And so that was just over a year ago, you said. So how did you kind of like hear about an opportunity or transition into working for VIDA?
So I was in school pretty much my entire time of living with Vita, and my building ambassador knew that I was coming kind of to an end, and she said like, "Hey, look, we're looking for an office administrator." And I had had my interview with Kaylee and Jody, and ended up doing my work placement, and then stayed on ever since, and couldn't imagine it any different.
And so I mean, just a quick shout out. Like I I find one of the things working with you is you're just so helpful and eager to please and wanting to, figure things out and do things right. And it's just very, very refreshing and delightful to be team member of yours.
Vita definitely makes that easy. The communities, the other coworkers, like it just makes it easy to want to. Everyone's so helpful.
And let's talk about your latest level up because you started as office manager. You've been working with the VIDA team full time for quite a while now. And in your role, you also support a lot of either VIDA staff, but also tenants or residents rather, building ambassadors. So what was your latest shift, your new kind of project you're taking on?
New project I'm taking on is the building ambassador role at 19 Primrose. Super exciting to be able to take on that next level.
Awesome. And so most of our building ambassadors, as you know, already have kind of full-time employment and then their building ambassador kind of on the side. What do you think about your kind of your work so far at VIDA and being a resident? Will like in what ways will that help you, you think, in your new role?
As being an office manager, I've been dealing with tenants for a while. So that really helps give a level of what are our tenants looking for? What do they want? What makes them happy? How can we build that community further within our buildings? So working from the office and then taking on this building ambassador role, it gives you an inside kind of scoop as to what can help create that community stronger.
Yeah, absolutely. So, can you share with me maybe an experience so far, a resident story or something that you've done in your work that you've been able to see the positive impact that we do at VITA?
Yeah, so I have helped applicants fill out applications. Sometimes being from an office manager side, I don't always get to see the leasing process the whole way through. Recently found out that one of the applicants that I had helped actually got a suite with us and had a resident interview like this, and that's how I found out that they had a unit. And it's extremely heartwarming to hear those stories and know that we made a difference in helping them.
Yeah, totally. And I mean, that's an example of kind of going above and beyond because all of our application is online, and it's important that it is that way. But of course, sometimes there's, for various reasons, people might have a barrier as to why they can't go through with that. So you, if I'm getting this correctly, you physically sat down with this person in the office, talked her through the application, helped her submit it, and now she is a resident.
She's a resident with us, and we sat down, and the application isn't always short, talking over the answers, getting it all in there. But knowing that you made a difference at the end of the day is what makes it worth it.
Yeah, pretty cool. You definitely positively impacted that person's life. So kudos to you. And so one more thing, what's one thing you would say to someone considering either becoming a building ambassador or considering being a resident at VIDA?
Do it. You'll love it. One of the biggest shifts that I seen from the previous ownership of my property to becoming with VIDA is your neighbors become your friends. You become a community, and it just works, and you feel safe and you feel secure, and it's just worth it. It's worth the change.
Well, that is a delightful note to end this on. Thank you so much, Nicole. And I can't wait to share this with our team and with our VIDA community.
Thanks, Maddie.